Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and I'm working in a fabulously creative, standard size traveler's notebook and using the February kit from Fabulously Creative. This is part of a challenge for the design team to use a doily in your planner spread, so that's what I'm doing here. And so I'm just deciding where I'm going to place each element. I also use some washi tape from my stash. I'm using some of the die cuts that came with the kit. So I cut the doily and placed it in two different places on the spread to add interest. And I'm using a floral die cut to decorate that area. Here I'm using some of my thin washi to pull in the color from the doily into the spread, and that color is also in the header washi tape that I chose. Here I'm adding a little pink washi also. Adding the same washi that I have in the header to the footer. I have some gold foil washi tape with some words on it. That one was to do. Then this one is notes. So I'm adding those to those sections. I wanted that clipboard to still be usable for planning and lists. So I tried to leave it as open as possible. Here I'm using some of the box stickers. This is a little clipboard. Well, both of these are clipboards actually. And here I'm going to go in with the washi tape again that says remember. And I'm going to date the week. And all of these stickers and die cuts were in the February kit from Fabulously Creative. You can use my code RACH FAB FAB if you would like to place an order, and that will save you 10% off your order. Here I'm going in adding some checklists to some of the days. And this again is some washi tape with hearts that you can use as a checklist. And I try to put at least one checklist on every day. And also in the to-do section, I decided to move that little piece of washi I had there and use one of the pins from the kit and just place that washi somewhere else. This is monthly calendar washi tape from Walmart, and I pulled off the February piece and placed it. And then I decided I needed to add a little more black to offset the checklist. So I'm adding this thin black and gold washi to the top and bottom. And I'm just cleaning up my edges, putting it back into the Traveler's Notebook, which is a Webster's Traveler's Notebook, and that's it. This is the next part of my design team project challenge. The challenge was to use some of the packaging from the kit to create a tag, and actually I'm doing two tags. Here I'm just trimming down some scrap paper that was just on my desk, or some desk ephemera, and I'm trimming it down to fit the tag. You saw me earlier cut the corners of this paper that was the backing for some of the die cuts and stickers in the kit. Here I'm just using this eyelash scrapbook paper and making the pocket. And then I'm going to place this green piece of doily. I thought the doily added a little texture and just another added layer. And then here is a die cut that says fabulous. This was not part of the kit, but it is from Fabulously Creative. And then I'm adding this doll. So I decided to have her hang off the edge just a little bit. So I'm going to come back in and trim off the parts of her that are hanging off. I'm adding a little more glue to the die cut to make sure everything is sealed well. And here I'm just experimenting with placing the binder clip die cut. And I decided to use it up at the top. So for this next tag, again, this was some of the packaging. I'm using this pink or coral looking paper for the pocket. So I'm trimming it down, adding the glue to place it, and I am using art glitter glue. And then I decided I wanted to keep the white border around her, so I'm just adding the glue on the back of the sticker backing. Here I'm adding the glue and placing the sentiment or quote, "Born to Shine." And I was going to put the yellow bow at the bottom and decided to put it at the top, just like I did with the binder clip on the green tag. So here I'm thinking I need a little something more. So I'm taking out one of the doilies that came with the kit. And I've always been a fan of black and white with a bright yellow color. So I put it back. So I'm just going through some other die cuts that I have from Fabulously Creative. I chose these flowers. And here I am going back for that doily. Here I'm just trying to decide how much of the doily I want to use. I'm going to take my scissors and trim off a little piece. And I think against the yellow bow and the black and white, that this little pop of yellow was what this tag needed. And I kind of think adding the pink flowers that have, some of them have a little hint of yellow in them, that it ties all of the colors on the tag together. Here I'm just trying to decide on the placement of the flowers and gluing those down. And I always add washi tape to pretty much everything. And so this project was no different. I decided that this is planner related. I need to add some washi tape. So I added a thin strip of the green down the side. And then on this one, I added a thin strip of pink down the side. And adding a little more washi tape. This is a green with some gold foil. And then I went to the back of these. So I used the other pieces of the doilies on the back. So I chose the envelope and then the die cut with the shoes. I'm using my washi tape again with the gold foil. So that one says notes on the envelope, and then on the die cut with the shoes, I'm using the hello, and it's a floral on that washi tape as well, and I'm going to use that on the tag also. And I also have these sticker flake flowers. They are washi tape. This roll came from Walmart, and I'm using the ones that look kind of like sunflowers, but I'm not sure that they are since they're orange. But I thought that doily gave that sunflower vibe, so I used the sunflowers. I decided that there was a little too much blank space on the yellow one, a lack of an interest on the back, so I'm adding a few strips of washi. I'm trying to make use of my thin washi, so I'm going to add a few strips of that, and I'm also going to add some black here to help tie it in with the other side. Again, I really like that look of a sunflower kind of look with the yellows, black and white. So to kind of help tie it in with the other side, the washi tape brings those colors to the back. So here I'm going to put both of these into a 5mm laminator pouch. And I'm going to laminate them. Originally I wasn't going to, but since I embellished them front and back and added so many elements, and I want them to be sturdy and hold up, I decided to go ahead and laminate. And here I'm getting my paper trimmer so that I can start trimming the laminate down. and remove the excess. And now I'm going to do the fussy cutting around the tops, making sure not to get too close to the paper and disturb the air bubble that the laminate creates around the project. And then here I'm just rounding off the hard pointed edges. And now I'm going to open the pockets. I'm going to take a metal ruler and my blade and lightly break the air bubble on the edge of the pocket. And now we have a little pocket on the bottom. And here I'm going to do the pocket on the other one. So there were a few more extra cuts on this one. Just getting a couple of the mobile phone or cell phone die cut stickers to place in the pockets. So here I'm going to add eyelets to the top of the tags, and I'm just marking where I want the eyelet to be. So I need to punch a hole first and then add the eyelet. So I want to make sure I punch the hole in the right place. Now I'm going to choose what eyelets I would like to use, and I decided to use the gold eyelets. And these are 1/8 inch eyelets that I'm using. And the tool that I'm using to punch the hole and set the eyelets is a We Are Memory Keepers Big Bite. So now I'm going to add some ribbon in the eyelet at the top of the tags. And I started out knotting this one on the end since the other piece was knotted. That's how it came from the store. But then I decided that I didn't really like that. I'm going to use some eyelash trim to secure the piece of ribbon. And I thought the eyelash trim made it a little more fun. So I decided to use eyelash trim on the green tag as well. And I just tied it in a bow around the binder clip die cut. And that is it for the Fabulously Creative Design Team project. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that little gray bell so that you'll receive notification each time I upload a new video. Be sure to check the community tab and my stories for updates throughout the week. Also, check us out over at patreon.com/Scrapcraftastic for exclusive content and digital downloads. Visit my other channel, Journal Life's Journey, for live craft videos, junk journals, and weekly vlogs. You can find me across social media at Scrapcraftastic. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.